I'm Dave Anthony. After Congress failed to provide funding by the midnight deadline.
How is this good for the country? Nobody wins with a shutdown.
Republican Senator Rick Scott also tells Fox he thinks Congress should not get paid like federal employees affected. And he blames Democrats for blocking the House-passed bill that would have provided 7 weeks of funding.
What are the Democrats doing? This is a clean resolution. All we're doing is keeping the funding. Actually, the funding is too high. It's still the Biden funding. But I don't want to shut down government, so I support it.
The Senate's Minority Leader, Chuck Schumer, says it's Republicans' fault.
The bottom line is we're not going to negotiate this bill in public. We need to come to a bipartisan solution that protects America's health care.
Now, they want to add provisions to extend Obamacare subsidies that will expire at the end of the year and make coverage more expensive. The shutdown could furlough or even lay off hundreds of thousands of federal employees. Others who have to keep working, like federal law enforcement, won't get paid till there's new funding.
Mail, Social Security checks, and student loan bills are still being delivered. Airports are running. Those workers are considered essential and are expected to show up unpaid for now. The Interior Department's keeping national park roads and open-air memorials open during the shutdown with minimal, if any, restroom cleaning or trail clearing services. Members of the military are working without pay with some services on bases limited.
That's Fox's Chris Foster. Can AI help us beat cancer? President Trump hopes so.
I'm thrilled to sign a very historic executive order to massively accelerate pediatric cancer research and harness the extraordinary potential of artificial intelligence to fight this terrible disease.
He's also increasing funding for AI use at the Department of Health and Human Services. There's a search for children feared trapped alive in Indonesia, where a school collapsed Monday. At least 91 teenage students unaccounted for, so the number of deaths, now 3, is expected to rise. At least 69 people died in the Philippines when the earthquake, a magnitude 6.9 jolt that also may have people trapped. America's listening to Fox News.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Again, our top Fox News story, a government shutdown in effect after Congress failed to approve new funding by the midnight deadline. Military service members, again, would be among the many who would not get paid. Hundreds of generals and admirals flown in from around the world got a lecture from Secretary of War Pete Hegseth at a big gathering in Quantico, Virginia.
Secretary Hegseth told the commanders the newly renamed War Department will have only one main mission:
preparing for war and preparing to win. Unrelenting and uncompromising in that pursuit.
He also issued this warning.
Should our enemies choose foolishly to challenge us, they will be crushed by the violence, precision, and ferocity of the War Department.
The Secretary also announced qualifications for all combat positions will be set at the highest male standards.
Because this job is life or death.
President Trump also spoke to the commanders, promising to always have their back. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
Well, something else the president said got attention, suggesting dangerous U.S. cities should be a military training ground as he plans more National Guard deployments, even mentioning Chicago, to fight crime and what he called the enemy from within. On Wall Street after the shutdown, stocks could fall. Dow futures down more than 100 points the day after the Dow's record high, closing out September with a 2% gain. The baseball playoffs resumed today, with yesterday's winners hoping to close out best-of-3 series.
Yoshida sends one to center field. Rafaela's going to come in. Sogard to the plate.
That turned out to be the game-winning hit for Boston. The Red Sox beat the New York Yankees 3-1 on ESPN. The same score in the Chicago Cubs win over the San Diego Padres. The Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Cincinnati Reds 10-5. The Detroit Tigers topped the Cleveland Indians 2-1. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news.
This year's archery deer season set to start this week. The season runs through January 18 in counties with no firearm deer season, including Cook, DuPage Lake, and east of Illinois Route 47 in Kane County. A bird ban in place in Coles and Iroquois counties. The bans were issued due to growing drought conditions. Residents should refrain from burning landscape and yard, water, agricultural waste, household trash, and garbage. Coles County's ban will remain in effect until significant rainfall takes place. Resolution's been introduced to declare September 12th as the Day of the Bible in Illinois. It would encourage schools, civic institutions, churches, and community organizations throughout the state to observe this day with appropriate educational, historical, and cultural programs and activities that highlight the Bible's significance in the past, present, and future of our state and our nation. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Well, we made it middle of the week. They call it what? Hump Day? Is that what they say? Hump Day, Wednesday. This is October 1.
Yes, we're beginning a new month, Stevie.
Here we go, 10-1-25. We just started 25, I thought. So now we got 3 months.
Here we are.
Yeah, we got...
last quarter has begun.
Yeah, what do you give away for Halloween, Soye? The big old candy bars, the word get on the street, get out to your place.
Movie theater style?
Yeah, big old ones. That's what Greg Soye's giving.
You know, just like we had talked about and promoted yesterday, I think it's going to be the run to Costco. We give those bigger bars
big
out.
old bags.
Yes,
yeah.
the talk of the neighborhood here.
Is that right, man? I'll tell you what. Anyway, we're into October.
We don't have a lot of trick-or-treaters anyways. So it's okay.
Yep, it can vary depending on the weather.
Mm-hmm.
We've been out in driving rain before. When the kids were little, we'd go out no matter what. But just,
Oh, yeah.
The key was
snowflakes and cold and trick-or-treating. Let's see, back in the time when we didn't start the daylights or back to standard time thing as late, if I get it right. So we were, it was already dark by 5.
Yeah, no, I know. No, it's already dark by 7 now. Into the whole thing. So what do we fall back? November something, right?
Oh, is it?
First weekend, I believe, on Sunday, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, November. So we'll fall back on that.
Month out from
we were talking about eliminating that, and I think I was all in on that.
It seems like it comes up every year, though, and nothing happens.
I know.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, good to have you along. It's ESPN 93.5 as we check our learned one. He is meteorologist Greg Soye, brought to you this morning by Carl.
Carl reminds you, always looking for good members of the team. If you're concerned about the health of community members across the region, you can apply. There's opportunities for growth, too. Carl.org/careers.
Okay, Mr. Meteorologist. By the way, our Secretary of War said that he's tired of looking at fat troops.
Oh.
And you're going to have to pass the test, and the generals and all the upper echelon also has to pass the test.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the old guys, too.
Okay.
Hey,
relative to being old guys, I would think.
Practice what you preach.
Well, it doesn't, the look isn't good, is it?
No, not
to have
not
soldiers that
really.
are... Anyway, so I'm going to play that clip from Pete Hegseth, but I meant to mention the generals are sitting out there going, what?
Better get out there and run.
You see the stars on my shoulder, son?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, but if you're military, I don't think it's a huge deal to say, could you be fit? And you can be fit at any age, and I understand it slipped away and you've been on the recliner, but you got to represent. You have to set the standard. But anyway, we'll get to that in a moment. Our meteorologist, Greg Soye, and another idyllic kind of week here.
Yeah, well, despite rolling the calendar into October 1, you could just maybe roll it back to August 1 or July 1. That's the way the pattern continues on around here. But although we do see a couple of things, it is raining into parts of Nebraska. That's a start. And we'll get into a couple of those showers, but not till early next week, Tuesday or so. So we've got to get the Atlantic Basin to kind of quiet down before we get a progression of weather systems to move on through. And again, that won't take place till early next week. General month of October looks to be, generally speaking, a mild one. Spells of warmth. Mid-month, we'll get some ups and downs, a little roller coaster, little reminders of the fall season, but not a lot of moisture either. So should still be, despite some delays, maybe the middle part of the month on harvest, an early and often harvest season, and probably not going to make much significant moisture gain as in winding down this drought setup until we get deeper into November and probably December as well, of which we think the moisture, even at that point, will still be in liquid fashion. So looking pretty good from this perspective, weeks and months out. 69 now at Willard and Savoy, 59 at Rantoul, 85 today. It's more typical of like, July 1 or August 1 around here as opposed to October 1. Light east wind, partly cloudy, 55 for tonight. We're still middle 80s and sun and clouds tomorrow. Back up to 88 Friday, 87 on Saturday, middle 80s for Sunday and Monday. Yes, a warm summery weekend. Couple of showers possible Tuesday. And oh my goodness, we cool back into the 70s around here next Wednesday and Thursday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, good morning. I am Stevie J. That is Diane Ducey.
Hello.
Here we go. Brother Johnny coming up at the bottom of the hour. Maybe Ed Barton. Have not heard from the Assistant Deputy Attorney General of the United States, but if he's on, we're ready. Happy to do that. Illinois is now 9.5-point favorite, so it's gone up, meaning the bettors of the world are counting on the Illini to win their 5th game against Purdue. And that's at 11 o'clock Central Time. Same for the Ohio State game a week from Saturday, where we're giving away sold-out tickets.
Yes, we are.
And that's...
And actually, a couple of days before, we'll have pregame October 9th at Pia's. So take note for that broadcast from 4 to 6.
Those are a lot of fun. A lot of you have been coming out to these, so
yes,
really fun. All right, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth saying you can't be out of shape, man.
With physical fitness and appearance. If the Secretary of War can do regular, hard PT, so can every member of our joint force. Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. So whether you're an airborne ranger or a chairborne ranger, a brand new private or a 4-star general, you need to meet the height and weight standards and pass your PT test. And as the chairman said, yes, there is no PT test. But today, at my direction, every member of the joint force at every rank is required to take a PT test twice a year, as well as meet height and weight requirements twice a year, every year of service. Also today, at my direction, every warrior across our joint force is required to do PT every duty day. Should be common sense. I mean, most units do that already.
All right. I mean, is that insensitive in this day? Is that a way to treat your soldiers? The fact that they can't really run or do a pull-up or something?
Also said in this speech, together we're reawakening that warrior spirit. I mean, we need our soldiers to be fit to defend our freedom.
Yeah, and I think he said earlier, and I might get to that as well, about, we're done with all this woke crap. We're not doing that anymore. But to require a 4-star general and an admiral, because some of them are a little pudgy because they're 60-something years old. But well, they are.
I know.
I mean, their waistline.
Get a little less active when you're older. And
but not
eat a little better.
Not in that role. If you're 64 years old and you're Jack LaLanne, who was one of the most famous physical fitness guys of the middle 1900s, he used to pull boats with his teeth, swimming.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying that at whatever age you can be, you've seen older people in ridiculously good shape. It just, you're at a desk, you're an administrator, you don't really, but now you're saying you have to do this and you can't say I'm big boned. That weight chart is old. Let's get something that's normal.
That's right.
But the country is overweight, and we've been like this for quite a while. The obesity is where you're just really, 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 really overweight, and you probably have a ton of health issues. And it's not like you can snap your fingers, and it's not like super easy. Except when Richard Simmons, the great physical fitness person years ago when I was talking to him, said, Richard, some people have slow metabolisms, and some people just have a real issue with it. And he said, no, it's called closed mouth. That's what he said, Richard Simmons.
Yep.
So
I just went to the CDC statistics for 2025, and the obesity rate in the United States is at 40%.
That's really, it used to be 38. Now we're up to 40.
Slightly lower than the 2020 rate of 41.9%.
71% are regarded overweight in the country. 40% obesity means you're not able to do very much. Obesity is really big.
I mean, this came up when we were going to our proper bench seat when we were coming into the sold-out University of Illinois games.
Yeah,
and how
yeah.
much space are we giving ourselves since the fans are larger?
Any thoughts insensitive in this time? 217-359-2255. That's our Fisher National Bank text line.
Right.
When the Bears were here, Johnny always said bear butts were bigger. So we never got.
Okay.
I never had a full butt on a bleacher seat. It was just so crammed.
Yeah.
And if you're on the very end, you're kind of hanging on.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just, it's where we are in society, but is it any good to be where we are in society in that case? All right, we check your sports headlines.
Cubs win 3-1 over the Padres.
Yep.
This is the first of 3 in that wild card series.
I think if you win the first one in this new era, you win the first game of that series, you have a 90% chance of advancing. Cubs are in good shape. The next 2 at home, if necessary, could wind it up today against the Padres.
That's right. And you'll hear it on US 105.9 with a 2:08 start. Detroit won 2-1 over Cleveland.
Yeah, but Cleveland came from 15.5 games back to win the division.
Yeah.
And they're hosting in Cleveland against Detroit, who they overcame, and they had 20,000 people in the stands when they have 40,000 seats. How do you sell half of what the Cleveland Guardians did? I don't know. That's amazing they couldn't fill that.
Well, our guys on US 105.9 were talking about how pretty much every seat was full. And
Wrigley Field's full of every day.
Yeah.
That's an iconic experience. Go to Wrigley Field. So.
Absolutely. Boston Red Sox over the Yankees, so that's around 5 o'clock as that series continues.
Yeah, that was in Yankee Stadium. The Yankees had bases loaded, nobody out, could not score.
Ooh.
And that was a tough deal for Yankees. Have to win or the Boston Red Sox come into New York and take it.
That's right. 3-1 was the final. And, of course, the Dodgers pounding Cincinnati.
Yeah.
10-5.
Well, the Reds got 5 because the Dodgers walked 5 batters in the 8th inning.
Oh,
so
wow.
I don't know if the Dodgers can do it this year simply because their bullpen has been weak.
I see.
So I don't know. If the Dodgers have Shohei Ohtani hit 2 home runs, I mean, the Dodgers are still world champions until they're not. So, yeah, the Reds are up against the wall now.
And that's the late game tonight at 8 o'clock. Always fun to watch them. Nat Pius, 1609 West Springfield Avenue. They got their pints on Wednesdays with the commemorative 50-year glass. They serve them in. That'll be awesome. We have softball in action against Danville Community College at 7 o'clock. EIU for fall ball for our Illinois baseball team at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Illinois volleyball will be in Wisconsin at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Wisconsin's ranked number 7. And men's tennis is in action. Of course, you mentioned the Buchanan Trophy rivalry that happens against Purdue at 11 o'clock on Saturday the 4th. And right now, 9.5-point favorites.
Yeah, Purdue rebuilding, but doesn't mean they can't beat us. So we'll have to go and play well to win. There's
also
no question.
In the Illini Nation, a 6-stroke win from Illinois Golf.
Yeah, good job, Mike Small's team. Weather brought to you this morning by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, the Halloween Water Carnival, October 18th from 4 to 6 at the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center. Learn more, register now, urbanaparks.org.
Check your Fox Business Minute. Oh, by the way, the government had to shut down. We'll tell you what that means as well. Coming up.
And a little bit cooler. Daytime readings in the 7. Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana this Saturday, and another spell of extended mid to late summertime warmth yesterday continues on for the rest of the week, into the weekend through mid next week as well. Some inkling of a shower chance early next week as well as we turn modestly cooler around here. Maybe approaching the mid-stretch of the month of October, a little more realistic temperature pattern. That'll keep us down into the 60s. But overall, it looks to be kind of a mild, generally drier month as well. So no need to rush or panic with outdoor work and harvest in mind. Mostly sunny, 85 today, light east wind, a bit gusty in open areas for the day today. Partly cloudy, 55 for tonight. Partly sunny tomorrow and 84. And a light southeast wind, normal high this time of the year, about 72, 73. We're back to 88 with sunshine and mid-summer feel on Friday and Saturday. Middle 80s Sunday and Monday. Maybe a couple of showers in here for Tuesday. Back into dry time next Wednesday, Thursday, and a little bit cooler. Daytime readings in the 70s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm your host, Greg Soldier.
At Coach House Garages, buildings are more than just garages and backyard sheds. By combining your imagination with their experience, generations of Amish craftsmanship, and the finest quality materials, they build a garage that fits all of your specifications at a budget you can live with. To learn more about what Coach House of Champaign and Danville offers, visit them online at CoachHouseGarages.com or call at 217-351-9073.
More than just a garage. More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
Is the Fox Business Report.
Wall Street will be reacting today to the employment update from payroll processing company ADP. The report takes on even more significance now that the partial government shutdown is underway, and the Labor Department will not release a monthly employment report on Friday. Nike shares are up 3% this morning. The sportswear giant saw business improve in North America in recent months. Sales were up 4%, helped by the relaunch of the Nike store on Amazon.com, though it continues to see slow sales in China. And Nike expects an impact of $1.5 billion from tariffs. Bristol-Myers Squibb and Japan's Takeda Pharmaceuticals will work together to train artificial intelligence for drug discovery and development. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
From around the world, Trey Yingst, joining us from Tel Aviv, Israel. To Washington. I'm Mike Emanuel. To your own backyard. If a story impacts you or your wallet, we're on it. It's the Fox News Rundown. We give every story the deeper look it deserves with must-listen interviews and smart analysis from the voices you can trust. Start your day with the Fox News Rundown. Listen and follow now at foxnewsrundown.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes, or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Stevie J here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to thenateevansgroup.com.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider and gifts, preserves and popcorn. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. There's something here to make everyone smile. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
All right, what does it mean to have a government that has shut down as of midnight? The Democrats came in and wanted a whole bunch of things paid for, presumably the things that were long gone that have been cut, and they go back and say, okay, I'm not voting unless. 3 Democrats already crossed over, including our buddy John Fetterman from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So I think they only need 2 more and the thing can open again. But what does it actually mean? Here's what we know so far.
I do know members of Congress continue to get paid during the government shutdown.
That doesn't make sense. You're the people that shut it down. During the shutdown, federal employees are generally classified into 3 categories. The essential employees, it must be Congress.
Yeah.
They continue to work during the shutdown because their functions are considered critical to life, safety, or property. Law enforcement, air traffic control. Furloughed employees, they are temporarily suspended from work and cannot perform their duties during the shutdown. Very few employees whose salaries are funded through non-appropriated sources are exempt. Very few. Employees in both the accepted and furloughed categories do not receive pay while the shutdown lasts. Air traffic controllers, TSA officers, they're considered essential. Military armed forces, members of the military, their operations throughout the shutdown. They continue throughout the shutdown. The Department of Health and Human Services plan to furlough 32,000 people.
Whoa.
Now, in this age of cutting people, this is going to be kind of a platform where they might not get called back. So you're furloughed, you might get let go. That's some of the buzz I'm hearing. CDC will furlough 64% of its staff. NIH, National Institute of Health, plans to furlough 75% of its workforce. Parks and public lands. The plan is to keep many national parks open. So what is the impact if this is... The bottom line is it's like President's Day. Who's open? Who's not? I mean, it's really hard to know. But 750,000 federal employees could be furloughed daily.
This article says air traffic control services will continue, allowing for 13,227 air traffic controllers to work through the shutdown, but without pay until the government is funded again. So expect delays.
You're supposed to get money retroactive to when it started. That's what they say. Federal retirees generally continue to receive their annuity payments. So as far as impact, I don't know if it's going to affect me, but it will affect a lot of people. And it's like, okay, you want me to pay for illegal immigrants' health care again? I thought we went through that. No. So that's kind of where they are. And I don't think this is going to work for the Democrats blaming the Republicans this time. The polling clearly shows they're blaming the Democrats. So we'll see how long it goes, if it affects you. We got the post office still going on, and some of the key things that we all have to do in business to have the U.S. Postal Service working. But, it's shut down. And
Department of Veterans Affairs expects 97% of employees to work through their regional offices, although the regional offices will be closed. So some of the death benefits, permanent placements of headstones, the VA cemeteries, the ground maintenance will cease.
Okay, well, let's see if we can get two more Democrats to cross the line. All right, it's Wednesday. We call Brother Johnny on Wednesday. Normally, Ed Martin. Have not heard from Ed this morning, meaning he's probably knee-deep in something. Always are.
By the way, Social Security benefits considered mandatory under law will continue regardless of a shutdown.
Okay, very good. By the way, Charlie Kirk's nonprofit called Turning Point continued their tour last night in Utah State.
Okay.
And 6,500 people were there. 6,500 people. He was drawing thousands, but I don't know about 6,500.
Right.
The thing continues to grow. More chapters are being requested for Charlie Kirk's Turning Point as they continue on. And the people that talk about Charlie Kirk that haven't gone through the videos, I just challenge you to look through the videos and tell me he's a bigot, a racist, a homophobe, a hater. Show me the clips. Really, I'm very serious. I've looked through hundreds of clips. And this was an evangelist first, policy guy next. He had very firm opinions on how we should live based on Jesus and the Bible. And I don't, it's so odd that people have never really heard him call them names. That's what they heard. It's like somebody said, we don't like you. Well, why? Well, because, name something. Give me an example. There's never an example, ever. It's just what they heard. That's destructive. To assume something about a people or a person without really knowing, but he's just kind of creepy, and just look how he looks. I mean, there's that kind of stuff just is very destructive when we assume things that we don't know.
Right.
We really, really, really don't know a lot about a lot. But we catch on because somebody said something, and that's what their friend told them. And he looks like that.
Well, and welcome to the world of AI.
Yeah, well, it's all out there. You can go and prove or disprove anything you want. It's all out there. You just got to look. 729.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Are you tired of shivering in the winter? Look no further than your local heroes at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Hi, this is Gina inviting you to give us a call at 217-352-5400 to book your appointment to make sure your furnace is run safely and efficiently this winter. We've been proudly locally owned and operated and have been serving our community for over 50 years. ABC, always be comfortable. Call me 217-352-5400 to book your appointment today or go to abcheatingandac.com.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out game against Ohio State. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football against Ohio State. From Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
This is a Fox News Alert. I'm CJ Papa. It's the second time during a Trump presidency that there's been a partial shutdown of the federal government. The last one in 2017, stretching 35 days. Florida Senator Rick Scott on Fox and Friends.
The Democrats said they want a shutdown for whatever reason. How is this good for the country?
Senate Leader John Thune.
I really hope that some of them will join us to reopen the government, resume bipartisan appropriations work.
Fox Business's Madison Allworth.
Republican leadership added that they believe there are more Democrats who are uncomfortable with the shutdown and would eventually vote to end it. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, however, claimed that Democrats were never invited to the negotiating table, calling it a partisan bill.
Another test vote expected in the Senate today. Republicans must reach 60-vote threshold to pass it. They fell 5 votes short last night. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Burn bans in place in Coles and Iroquois counties. The bans issued due to growing drought conditions. Residents should refrain from burning landscape and yard, water, agricultural waste, household trash, and garbage. Urbana's Park District unveiling a new communication system allowing both notifications of Park District updates and text messaging with district staff. The district partnering with Voyager Nets based out of St. Charles to set up the system. It replaces the current rainout line. People can choose different interests to receive notifications. The David and Katie Parkhill families donated $1 million to transform breast cancer care at the Mills Breast Cancer Institute. The money will establish the Katie Parkhill and Family Fund at Mills Breast Cancer Institute. The gift announced as part of Breast Cancer Awareness Month for the Campaign for Carle Health. Donation is made in memory of Katie Parkhill. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim Miller. We check your weather with our meteorologist, Greg Solier. That being brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Creating superior exterior for your home since 1955. Improve the look, feel, and function of your home with new roofing or siding as you get that free estimate today. KramerSiding.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana and vicinity. Welcome to the new month of October. Little change to weather, though, over the next 7 to 10 days with mid to late summertime. Once the feel of the same expected across the area. Not much going on in the gauge here as well. Looks to be generally a mild and drier month of October. Some ups and downs the middle part of the month and maybe a bit of moisture there, but we will continue with significant moisture deficits going forward here through October. Probably no big improvement until later on into the month of November. 85 for the day today, more or less the feel of a July or August one as opposed to October one. Sunshine, light east wind, a few high mid-level clouds, partly cloudy tonight, 55, partly sunny, 84 tomorrow. 88 on Friday and into the upper 80s on Saturday. Lots of sunshine, bit of a southeast wind. Humidity will climb a bit. Middle 80s for Sunday and Monday. Could see a couple of rain showers Tuesday, and we're cooling back into the 70s next Wednesday and Thursday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, ESPN 93.5 Wednesday. No word. Oh, I just heard from our friend Johnny. I heard from Ed. Here's Johnny down in New Orleans. Ed Martin
Good
says,
morning, Steve.
Says, sorry.
See, I don't think he can make it.
Can't make it today. Yeah. Okay. This is he's Deputy Assistant Attorney General. He's pardon attorney. He's the attorney for weaponization for government against its people. Everybody is yelling that Trump is going after his political opponents. How dare you weaponize it? I'm going, well, wait a minute. When Biden was president, and you were a Democrat and did anything, you think Merrick Garland was coming at you? Heck no. They never thought Trump was going to win again. So what if they actually did things wrong? And what if a grand jury actually indicts you? Should you not look at it if a grand jury in Washington, D.C. indicts James Comey? Maybe there's something there.
Well, there's a lot there, and we've known it. We just didn't expect anybody to do anything about it. But, yeah, Eddie's probably busy kind of scrambling over how many guys can keep coming to the office. Steve, I think the Democrats have shut things down.
Yeah.
They decided to, they just would like to dismantle the big, beautiful bill and put in another $1.5 trillion.
Yeah.
And
they
in that,
suggested another $1.5 trillion.
Billions and billions of which can go for free health care for illegal aliens, which we've already run that string. It costs. Do you know how much it costs for our health care? All the Americans can't even afford health care, and it's not free. And it's just outrageous. So it's just Schumer's scared to death. It's amazing to see what he's willing to do, but the Democrats have lost control of their party. And Schumer, one of their pillars of the Democratic Party, 40 years or so plus? Gee, many. Yeah. And they can't. A guy like him, you would think, could simply raise enough money and steamroll whoever's trying to win. But I'm telling you, it goes back to them loosening the way we vote to such an extent that it's so easy that the radicals can actually determine the outcome in many areas. And New York is one of them. Well, and so Schumer can't. He's lost control. There's nobody he can call. They don't want him, and he can't do anything about it.
Well, AOC is either running for president or Chuck Schumer's seat. So one of them, she's going to.
Well, she won't run for president, but she very well may go after Schumer.
There's some real serious buzz that she might do that because she'll just be old enough, past 35 years old.
I hope so, Steve, because she'll draw quite a few votes, and her chances of winning are actually zero. So that would be good.
Okay, so
Kamala should rerun it instead of her.
Yeah, well, there you go. Josh Hawley, this is kind of an example of where we might have been had Kamala won. A lot of the woke things. Here is a ex-Biden staffer with Senator Josh Hawley. He's second only in these hearings to Senator John Kennedy. But Josh Hawley gets after it here. But this is, I guess, a glimpse of what we would have had with the Kamala Harris administration.
Typical of what the Democrats do now after your policies have transparently failed and led to the deaths of millions of Americans. Now you say you've never heard of defunding the police. Your own report recommends it on page after page after page. Let me ask about something else you say. Here's what you say we ought to invest in. Instead of funding the police.
Ex-Biden staffer, he wrote or supposedly wrote this report.
Here's what we ought to invest in. We need to invest in programs that acknowledge the need for safe space initiatives led by lesbian, gay, bisexual, two-spirit, trans, and gender nonconforming people. What's two-spirit?
Well, look, I don't know exactly. You guys are pulling some interesting quotes.
This is from your report.
If you look at the report, the focus is on investing in violence intervention, outreach workers.
What is you say that you shouldn't invest in the police, but we ought to invest in two-spirit community programs that acknowledge two-spirit
individuals. We are not going to discriminate against that. We're not going to discriminate against any nonprofit that wants to help us prevent violence in our community.
What is two-spirit? You say don't fund the police, but do fund programs that create safe spaces for two-spirit people. What is? I just want to know. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is.
Well, I honestly, I'm not completely aware of the language or the spirit of how that was written.
That's where we'd be, Johnny, right?
It's kind of a Native American thing. I think it's the body simultaneously houses a masculine and feminine spirit, according to my online search.
Well, or else they could just be possessed, one or the other. But more than one spirit, yeah. Well, you're right, Steve. And I think we saw from Pete Hegseth's oration yesterday. Of what he's stopping, and you're thinking, wait a minute, they were doing all of that in the military.
That's right.
And I like the explanation. Someone said they were lowering the bar in terms of physical attributes and strength tests because it was discriminating against people who couldn't do the test.
It's unbelievable
to be in battle. I wonder how they've done against the Germans, because I don't think they had that.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
all right, hang on. Pete Hegseth in front of everybody yesterday in the War Department.
The words I'm speaking today are making your heart sink, then you should do the honorable thing and resign. For too long, we've promoted too many uniformed leaders for the wrong reasons, based on their race, based on gender quotas, based on historic so-called firsts. We became the woke department. No more identity months, DEI offices, dudes in dresses. No more climate change worship. No more division, distraction, or gender delusions. We are done with that. Each service will ensure that every requirement for every combat MOS, for every designated combat arms position, returns to the highest male standard only. This is not about preventing women from serving. If women can make it, excellent. If not, it is what it is. If that means no women qualify for some combat jobs, so be it. Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. We're going to cut our hair, shave our beards, and adhere to standards. No more beardos. We're undertaking a full review of the department's definitions of so-called toxic leadership, bullying, and hazing. Of course, you can't do like nasty bullying and hazing. We're talking about words like bullying and hazing and toxic. They've been weaponized. And if that makes me toxic, then so be it. No more frivolous complaints. No more anonymous complaints. No more repeat complainants. No more smearing reputations. No more endless waiting. No more legal limbo. No more sidetracking careers. No more walking on eggshells. Telling someone to shave or get a haircut or to get in shape or to fix their uniform or to show up on time or to work hard, that's exactly the kind of discrimination we want. Simply put, if you do not meet the male-level physical standards for combat positions, cannot pass a PT test, or don't want to shave and look professional, it's time for a new position or a new profession.
What do you think, Johnny? Insensitive? How dare he? What?
Well, no, that's again, if you listen to the list of things no more, you're thinking, man, I'm glad we didn't have World War III last year, just because it would have been a fiasco. I mean, it's war. The Department of War does, it is a little bit jarring as opposed to the Department of Defense, but it is a Department of War, and you better be able to fight one, or you're going to have one. It's funny how that works. So, I think Pete's got it pretty well nailed as far as what you need if you're going to survive in a battle. Well,
and yet it's it is jarring if they had DEI days and all these things. Long hair, beards. When did that happen?
Lowering the bar, because there are women that can make it. But but they needed X number of women. Who came up with that?
Yeah, right.
And besides, a lot of the women would help kind of lay out maps and strategy and logistics, and they do that better than men. So it's not like they're not part of the war effort. But when you're talking about full on combat, you do have to have a certain, you want to strive for a certain level of achievable physical strength and ability, and you can't lower that, or else you've got a lot of people that can't cover you. You want someone that can cover you if you've got a problem.
You saw that in the Secret Service at Butler, where some people weren't tall enough to protect the president because they had to be women, they had to be this, they had to be that. And I think Charlie Kirk said it all the time. Why don't we shoot for excellence? Who cares what color they are or how tall they are, man or woman? Let's shoot for excellence. And the NBA doesn't have this. The NFL doesn't have that. We just want people to be capable and be good people. That's what we're looking for.
Well, I think that the United States of America has made it 250 years because we have been shooting for excellence. Our system allows for it. It's a battle, but as our father always said, the Americans have a passion for excellence. Yeah. We want to do what's best. And that's a human trait. If allowed, it's amazing what people can do. And our system of freedom has allowed people to be what they can be. And it doesn't keep knocking you down if you start getting ahead of the guy who's who's above you and can keep you down. It works. It's not perfect. We still see it. We talk about oppression. Yes, there is some discrimination. Yep. But it's less than anywhere else. And you can't reverse the discrimination. It's just the same discrimination. And it keeps a lot of people down. So you try to open everything up to as many people as possible, and you'll get the best results. So that's what we've been doing, Steve, shooting for excellence, and we're trying to keep it going. That's every year I have to go through this, and it's got a whole set of different parameters. Ours is technology. Our technology is just staggering, and so it actually becomes more difficult, because if the wrong people get in control of it for long enough, we might have a problem.
Well, I mean, we have a government shutdown. It's always confusing as to what that means. This is open, this isn't open. The word I'm hearing early on the news this morning is that a lot of people are going to be furloughed, and a lot of people aren't going to get to come back. This is another way to kind of cut expenses, I guess.
No, Trump mentioned that, listen, he said this would be a terrible thing and they shouldn't hold. Yeah, somebody said, by the way, before I forget, that we have a way of debating issues and coming up with a compromise if we can, and using that procedure. But we should never hold our government hostage. That's just not right. I'd never vote for that. That'd be John Fetterman said that.
Yeah, John Fetterman voted to keep it open. Two other Democrats, Angus King from, I think, Maine, and somebody else. So they only actually need 2 more votes from the Democrats for the thing to fall apart. And
I think they're going to cave, too, because once more than Fetterman comes across, the constituents, these are states that the senators need to vote them in.
Yeah.
And so it's not going to be very popular. The old "this is the Republicans' fault" isn't working.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's poor old Schumer, who's going on 50 years of what he knows, and it's not working anymore, Chuck. But back to Trump, he was saying it'd be a terrible thing. But having said that, this is going to be a great way to cut more costs, because the people that maybe the Democrats would like to keep in their job, we may not need them. Mm-hmm. And now that the government shut down, they can be furloughed and not brought back. So the Democrats have played a very poor strategy. Politically, I will say that generally when this happens, it does fall back on the Republicans. They somehow make it the Republicans' fault. But I'll tell you, if you really think this one's on the Republicans, you need the Republicans more than we do, because the Democrats will lead you right off the cliff. Come on over here. There's something. It doesn't look like it's in there. Come on, keep walking.
All right,
like, guys. What are you going to do?
Before Johnny ducks back into Bible study where he is in New Orleans, Brother Johnny, let me play you this. The town walking on a little air today with the Fighting Illini. This is the Big Ten Network yesterday.
Line, that was the big question mark we talked about last week.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a unit that had just been they've just been giving up sacks in TFLs throughout the season against a USC team that's where they feasted. Cool. 1 sack was a season low for USC. 2 TFLs allowed, also a season low for USC. And how critical is it to have an offensive line that is playing well to allow you to drive down to get into field goal position to ultimately allow you to win the game? The trenches were outstanding. And we saw, coaches always deflect. They say they don't like praise. But we saw some great coaching this past weekend. We highlighted Dan Lanning and Ryan Day. Brett Bielema, what a phenomenal job getting his team refocused. Not easy. USC was hungry. That was an important game for them. We'll talk about Cignetti in a second. Great coaching on the road. I just thought that Bielema did such an outstanding job. 35 runs, too. 35 runs right at the heart of USC's defense, basically saying, we dare you to stop us. On the flip side, though, there's a few. We're now right back talking about Illinois saying, you guys are right back in this.
Yep. Johnny, it just felt so good. And boy, did we need that. Oh, and we had the lead. We were up 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. And then we lose that ball game in my lifetime 99 out of 100 times, and USC took the lead with 2 minutes.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, man.
No, the 32-31 jumped into my subconscious sometime in the fourth quarter going, no. But it was 32-31, and then it was 34-32. I got to tell you how good a job Brett Bielema and the coaching staff did. after that Indiana game because wasn't our best, and to turn them back around like that, and the guys say, hey, let's not give up. We're gonna do this thing, and they really were a different football team, and particularly the line. So. What a great job they all did coming back from that.
Okay,
so,
at Purdue, 11 o'clock this
back.
Saturday, 9.5-point favorites. It's gone up. Illinois is expected to beat Purdue on the road, but that's always a tough fight.
Well, it always is, and you got to look. As a fan, I'm kind of looking ahead. Come on, Ryan Day, bring on in. Come on. But we got to get by Purdue first, and then that's going to be. Isn't it the next game?
Yeah, next game. It's called 11 a.m. already, so it's an 11 a.m. kickoff with the Buckeyes a week from Saturday. So, yeah, it's.
Well, I complain about those times all the time because I wasn't that much of a morning person, but. It didn't hurt us that it was 9 o'clock for USC.
Yeah,
so you
right,
know
that's right. That's true. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, we appreciate your insights. You're going to jump on with John Decker tomorrow, and then Friday we're going to have Reese Hogan on from Turning Point here on the University of Illinois campus, and that'll
be great. Yeah. John, your buddy Decker's coming down here to watch the Texas A&M LSU game as of right now, and so he's the guest of our governor.
Yeah. Good of you to intervene, because
no, just helping out with the little logistics and the Gov's. The Gov's looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'll see him actually tomorrow night too. So
I'm telling you seem to be with the governor a lot these days, John. Every time I hear.
Well, the problem I've got, Steve, is I'm not really a politician. I'm supposed to be retired, but Louisiana has more clout than California and New York right now. Literally, we got Kennedy's a star, and then you've got Johnson and Scalise, really the top two in the Congress, and the president loves our whole delegation.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of. It's a different position. It's just a matter of more things going on. And now, for instance, another really bad situation is Johnson's supposed to raise $500 million. They keep calling me. I don't got $500 million. So,
a lot of fundraisers then. Hey, we might have a chance to get Senator John Kennedy, Louisiana, on because he's your friend. And what is his title of the book that he's bringing out?
The title, he wrote a book, and yes, he's going to be on with us. It comes out in about a week or two, so we'll wait till he launches it. It's called How to Test Negative for Stupid in D.C. How to Test Negative for Stupid in D.C.
So funny.
Yeah,
great title.
But he's something else. Very smart man, and really has some incredible.
He's an internet hero. People love when he's asking questions in the committees. It's just so fun.
No, exactly.
Yeah, could you comment? Is this your tweet? Did you say that you hate police? Did you say that? Did you say that? Senator, I'm here to talk about... No. Is this your tweet? Did you say that? It's so funny. Hey, all right, Johnny, we'll call you. Let's talk to you tomorrow then. Appreciate it.
All righty. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Diane. Have a good day.
You as well. Brother Johnny down at Bible Study in New Orleans, Louisiana, my brother. We'll check your weather brought to you by Watts Copy Systems. They offer cost-efficient solutions to your busy office. If you're interested in a free evaluation, just call them 217-352-0428. And by Kurt Lenschow. He's at State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Kurt and State Farm are there. Here's Greg.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana Saturday, and another spell of extended mid to late summertime warmth yesterday continues on for the rest of the week, into the weekend through mid next week as well. Some inkling of a shower chance early next week as well as we turn modestly cooler around here. Maybe approaching the mid-stretch of the month of October, a little more realistic temperature pattern. That'll keep us down into the 60s. But overall, it looks to be kind of a mild, generally drier month as well. So no need to rush or panic with outdoor work and harvest in mind. Mostly sunny, 85 today, light east wind, a bit gusty in open areas for the day today. Partly cloudy, 55 for tonight. Partly sunny tomorrow, and 84. And a light southeast wind, normal high this time of the year, about 72, 73. We're back to 88 with sunshine and midsummer feel on Friday and Saturday. Middle 80s Sunday and Monday. Maybe a couple of showers in here for Tuesday. Back into dry time next Wednesday, Thursday, and a little bit cooler. Daytime daytime readings in the 70s. For STBJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
He's been shaking his groove thing for a long time. He's always hip. He's always cool. He's Steve Suderman.
Right. And friends with Kenena Odeluga, who's on the watch list for the Jason Witten Collegiate Man of the Year Award now. So KO's doing good, number 39.
KO's doing good. I think he's still on the Werfel watch list, too, for this year. So
that's your guy. That's your
He
your
is
partnership.
active in the community. That's not how I was planning to start, but I might as well. I helped him out. He puts on a tailgate deal for his posse. So, some kids who probably wouldn't have the price of a ticket to go see the football game, he'll have them watch it we loaned him an 85-inch TV for that.
How nice is that? Yeah.
So,
good vibes
yeah,
there,
it
Steve
was
Suderman. There's all the home theaters, all the big screens TV, and Odeluga.
We're obviously essential because we're still open, and so
yeah, right. No government shutdown. Good vibes, so people can.
We are installing theaters, fixing networks, creating experiences with music, sports, and movies.
I love it,
and especially football. And Purdue. I can't wait for this one.
Yeah,
I hope this is going to be a massacre, but it should be. What are we, 9 points, 9.5?
9.5, but it's a rivalry. And remember last year we were 23-point favorites, and it's 50-49, and they went for 2, and they almost beat me.
It's the bucket, right? The Oaken bucket. It's,
Cannon? Oaken bucket?
Yes,
Cannon.
the Cannon rivalry
it's the
trophy.
Cannon.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, anyway, Steve Suderman, say his first name again. It's
Kenena Odeluga.
Kenena Odeluga. Georgie Bashanzavili. We're working on all these names.
Yeah, right.
So I went into a big box store, saw a 98-inch television for under $2,000, and I looked at the brand. I'm going, that's going to run for about 30 days. And then I won't have anybody to call. You better buy a brand you know about that has a little reputation, because you can buy stuff that isn't, the picture isn't the same, but boy, they can flash out the real shiny things and make them look good.
The Sony lineup of Bravias that goes all the way up to 98-inch televisions. They are so big and bright and built well. And I should tell you that, or I shouldn't tell you, but I'm going to. They're taking a $500 drop on Monday. So there'll be a little promo to get those things a little more affordable.
Are they under $5,000 for the Sony?
Yeah, and they'll be under $4,500.
Oh, my gosh.
$4,499 come Monday, at least for a couple of weeks. So
and that's 98-inch. That's a home theater. If you have a wall for it, it's like your own theater, man.
We're replacing those projectors that people bought 10 years ago that are 110-inch whatever, and you have to have the room all dark. And
that's the one you said. You said that at my house. It was 106 inches, and it's 20 years old, and it stopped working. That's the way that works. They just I got 20 years out of it. I got 20 years out of it. Yeah, 98-inch. I wouldn't even notice, and it'd be clearer.
And you can leave the lights on.
Yeah, wow, that's nuts. That's crazy. All right, so if a person was really interested in $44.95 for a 98-inch, oh my!
98-inch Sony, yeah, because there's other ones out there. There's some are more and some are less. But that's where we think it's kind of Goldilocks.
Well, the pictures aren't the same. If you go side by side, you'll see it. I mean, it's not the same picture.
Those $2,000 ones, you see the blocking and tiling because the processors aren't that good.
No.
There is a difference, and there's a reason why one is cheaper than the other.
Yeah, no question. All right, so if I wanted one of these, what would I do?
Come visit us sooner than later, because as soon as they drop, they're going to sell right through what their inventory is. That's how Sony rolls. They like to keep their barns good and empty. You can buy it right off gvibes.com and just arrange for the installation. We'll bring it out and set it up. But if you buy it today, it'll be $5,000, so you should wait till Monday.
No, right. No, good tip. Okay, how do I find you? How do I come in and look?
On the web at gvibes.com and physically, and we certainly want to see you live and in person at 2010 Round Barn. You can always call us at 351-0909.
And how long did you take disco lessons in 1978?
The mirror ball.
We all had the, leisure suit maybe, a little polyester going on.
I had a leisure suit, but disco was never part of my repertoire.
Right.
You're more of a Grand Funk Railroad
More on
guy.
the classic
he's
rock
kinda-
side.
Yeah.
More of a Rolling Stones
Yeah,
guy,
Rolling
frankly.
Stones guy. Hey, Steve Suderman, appreciate your time. Always a pleasure, sir. Keep it going. Locally owned, 53 plus years, my friend. Unbelievable.
Thanks, Stevie.
Talk to you soon. All right, Steve Suderman, Good Vibes, Round Barn next to the driver's license facility. You're going to go in there and take a look at that 98-inch. Wow. All right, we're going to come back. We honor police here at our 4 radio stations because we think they're great.
Yes.
And we're going to meet Spencer Kuba. He's our law enforcement official of the month.
Urbana Police Department this
Urbana
time.
Police Department. Looking forward to that visit. Next, the news coming up. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
I am Stevie J at 8 o'clock. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
This is a Fox News alert. A lot of the government is closed, and Republicans and Democrats blame each other.
The far left faction of Senate Democrats shut down the government because we wouldn't give them hundreds of billions of dollars for health care benefits for illegal aliens.
That's what Vice President Vance just told Fox after Democrats blocked a House-passed bill to extend government funding for 7 weeks.
Their bill, they call it clean. We call it totally partisan.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer insists provisions be added to keep health care costs from rising when Obamacare subsidies expire at the end of the year. Vance's response?
Of course, we all want to ensure that Americans have low-cost health care, so let's work together on that. You don't shut the government down. You don't take the government as a hostage because you want to engage in a negotiation about health care costs. Let's do that negotiation, but let's do it in the context of actually opening the government.
Hundreds of thousands of federal employees will be furloughed or even laid off. Some will keep working without paychecks, like law enforcement and those at airports.
Most of the workers at the FAA and the Transportation Security Administration are defined as essential, which requires them to stay on the job even if the government closes and other federal workers are furloughed. That means more than 13,000 air traffic controllers would have to work without pay, and roughly 3,500 safety and operational support staff would be affected by furlough.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. Social Security and Medicare payments will keep coming, and post offices will stay open, so you'll still get mail. Less than 3 weeks after Charlie Kirk was assassinated at an event at Utah Valley University, the Turning Point USA organization he founded, that his widow Erica now runs, returned to Utah last night.
More than 6,500 people packed the arena at Utah State University. Alex Clark, a TPUSA host, said she was not there to eulogize her friend, but to pass the baton on to supporters, and that Kirk was building something that would outlast him.
That's Fox's Alicia Acuna. America's listening to Fox News.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Again, our top Fox News story, a federal government shutdown after Congress failed to approve new funding by the midnight deadline, and that could have a ripple effect on Wall Street. Stock futures are falling after the Dow closed September at a record high. The Nasdaq surged up more than 5% last month. The shutdown means we won't get economic reports, including the monthly jobs and unemployment update we were supposed to get on Friday. As October starts, there are new tariffs on some imported furniture, heavy trucks, and some pharmaceuticals imposed by President Trump. But he's worked out a deal with Pfizer to lower their prescription drug prices in the U.S.
For many years, Americans have paid the highest prices anywhere in the world for prescription drugs. They paid far more, 10 times, 13 times, 15 times more than other countries for the exact same product.
The president is also touting another settlement being worked out with another university that have been accused of allowing anti-Semitism to flourish on campus, endangering Jewish students.
Harvard is one of several universities targeted by the Education Department over pro-Palestinian demonstrations on campus and affirmative action admissions policies. But President Trump says the administration is nearing a $500 million settlement with the Ivy League institution.
And they'll be operating trade schools. They're going to be teaching people how to do AI and lots of other things, engines, lots of things. You know, we need people in trade schools.
Brown and Columbia have already agreed to multi-million-dollar fines over similar complaints. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
In baseball, another quadruple header today.
Major League Baseball playoffs got underway Tuesday. The Dodgers, Red Sox, Cubs, and Tigers scored victories in Game 1 of their best-of-3 wildcard series. Another win for these teams today. They'll be off to the second round.
Fox's Jared Max. The WNBA finals are set. The Las Vegas Aces advance to face Phoenix, beating Indiana in overtime. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Resolution's been introduced to declare September 12th as the Day of the Bible in Illinois. It would encourage schools, civic institutions, churches, and community organizations throughout the state to observe this day with appropriate educational, historical, and cultural programs and activities that highlight the Bible's significance in the past, present, and future of our state and our nation. This year's archery deer season set to start this week. The season runs through January 18 in counties with no firearm deer season, including Cook, DuPage Lake, and east of Illinois Route 47 in Kane County. A bird ban in place in Coles and Iroquois counties. The bans were issued due to growing drought conditions. Residents should refrain from burning landscape and yard, water, agricultural waste, household trash, and garbage. Coles County's ban will remain in effect until significant rainfall takes place. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Celebrate law enforcement. That's what we do here. Law Enforcement Official of the Month. They're out there to protect and serve and help you on your not your best day.
Yeah.
And they're there to protect us and catch the bad guys and all that. Yeah, there are bad guys. There's good guys and bad guys. Sometimes we have to get through the weeds, and don't assume anybody knows that anymore. Greg Soy is a good guy. He's a smart guy. He's
I think so.
Meteorologist. Sure. He's well-learned. How is Northern Illinois football doing this fall?
Well, let's see. They lost by, this past weekend they played San Diego State.
Oh, they're good.
Looks like the defense gave up a 3-run home run. The score of that game towards the end, Bart, that relatively speaking here, figuratively speaking, 6-3 was the score.
Oh, my gosh. San Diego State throws the ball all over the place. That was a real defensive struggle.
Yeah, so a defensive struggle. Wow. And I don't know if it's this year or next year. They're actually leaving the MAC and going to some Western Conference. NIU football is next. I think it's next year. So kind of I'm not sure why, but maybe better deal, maybe recruiting and investment in the program. Who knows? But I believe that's coming up shortly.
Northern has had a good football program for a long, long time.
Yeah, for a while now. Yeah.
Weather brought to you this morning by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your premier provider for home improvements. Boy, they've got that gutter helmet in case you're tired of cleaning out the gutters and getting up on that ladder. You consider some of the free estimate and details at kramersiding.com.
All right, here's our meteorologist, Greg Solier. Pretty nice weather, my friend.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity for those guys to get up there and do some work, roof and gutter work, he tries to say around here. We do have rain, but it's still well back to the west. No sign of it coming our way. We really got to get this log jam of tropical weather systems farther out to sea, and then we'll get a little more progressive nature to weather. Some ups and downs for the middle part of the month, but we'll start very warm and summer-like. Probably going to stay into a generally milder and drier than average pattern well through the month of October. So should be able to get it wrapped up from a backyard, back 40s standpoint, especially the harvesting going forward here in the weeks to come. Nice morning out there at 61 at Willard Savoy, 59 Danville, 58 over at Rantoul, heading towards an afternoon high today of 85. That's more or less the way it ought to be here for July 1 or August 1 as opposed to October 1. Light easterly wind, partly cloudy, 55 for tonight. Few more high mid-level clouds tomorrow with a high up near about 84. Then it's upper 80s with sunshine Friday and into the start of the weekend. 86 on Sunday, 85 Monday. We do carry at least a threat for a couple of rain showers Tuesday next week. High temperatures in the lower 80s and slight cooling, still above average. Highs next Wednesday through Friday down into the 70s. For CBJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance. A new front door can instantly upgrade the look of your home and make it more energy efficient. The Kramer Siding and Window team can also install French doors to your deck or patio, welcoming the outside in, or storm doors for an extra layer of protection against the elements. The estimate is free, financing is available, and the business is local. Schedule your beautiful new door today and save 25%. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
All right, ESPN 93.5, that's Diane Ducey.
Hi.
I am Stevie J. I'm glad you're listening today. This is October 1st. We celebrate law enforcement as kind of a thing we've done since, 2015, whenever it started getting stupid.
That sounds right.
And so today we're happy to honor from the Urbana Police Department a young man named Spencer Kuba.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Cary, Illinois, and this might be the launch to your new radio career, too.
Yeah, maybe a little side gig from policing.
Why did you go into the U.S. Marines?
Honestly, to put it straight up, a lot of people in the Marine Corps are looking for opportunity. You know, they find themselves in a hard spot in life, and they want to do something that forwards themselves in the country. So then you kind of just slip into it. It was never my plan, but it just put in a piece of my life. It just made sense to do it.
My perception of you immediately is well-balanced, common sense, strong, ready to go, and ready to help. Am I right?
I mean, those are all good qualities. So
you seem like you have it together. Do you like policing in Urbana?
I actually love it so far.
Now, why is that? Every day you're waking up, I know it's something new, but you never know when you go from 0 to 60 with your adrenaline. You never know that.
That's part of the reason I love it, honestly. The variability, I think, makes the day-to-day work very interesting. That every single day is completely different, and you never know what's going to come at you. And the reason I love it so much is I think my favorite thing in life is being useful to people and making other people's lives better. And when you have a crime victim say thank you so much for making me feel safe and how you've served me, I mean, that's pretty much the best way to go home in a day, honestly.
When you get a call and you approach and, you're if it's domestic, which are horrible, and because you really don't know what you're into, how quickly can you assess, I got mental illness issues, I got drug issues, I got alcohol issues, I got all three? Can you assess that very quickly?
Typically, yeah, because in our job you see a lot of patterns. So there's a lot of similar situations. So everything is always a little different, but there are definitely similar patterns and things. And then you know what to look for and what not to look for.
Are you comfortable trying to de-escalate a situation?
Typically, yeah. You go through so many calls. I mean, by the time you're out of training, you've gone through hundreds and hundreds of different calls. So you're just starting to be muscle memory. So at first, it's completely overwhelming. I mean, I'm going to hit my 2 years in December, so I'm still a rookie. But when I was in field training, like most people, it was super overwhelming at first because you have people screaming, bleeding, on drugs, mental health problems, and they're all saying different things, and you don't know where the offender ran. So you have to try to crunch all these variables within seconds and staying within the law and people's rights and not making a mistake for people's safety. So,
Spencer, is that why you were selected to join that mobile field force team?
That was part of the reason, yeah. I applied for it, and I cited my Marine experience, my amateur fighting experience, so I could use techniques to de-escalate situations without having to go overboard. And then just how I performed as a police officer. I think that's why they picked me. Yeah.
So you're in shape. And what is your workout regimen?
Well, I like to go to the gym and lift weights 4 days a week, and then I go to a local MMA gym called Lycan's Den.
Wow.
Which is
so you could do a cage thing.
I don't compete, honestly. You know, after 5 years in the Marine Corps, 10 years of football, and 4 years amateur fighting, my body is past its peak of healing, so I don't want to unnecessarily tax
Oh, you're
it.
only 27, I thought.
32.
Oh, come on. you look great. You're staying in
I appreciate
peak
it,
shape,
yeah.
but it's also
Yeah.
stress relief, I bet, to work out like that.
Oh, yeah, especially after a hard day. I mean, we do 12-hour shifts, which I really like because we have half the days off the year for doing the 12-hour shifts. But I can really kind of let go, especially in the gym, and get those endorphins running if it has been a hard day mentally.
Do you find yourself looking around when you're off duty? And if you see something, is it like an instinct, or you say I'm off duty, or would you run to a situation if you were off duty?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, it would be somewhat situation dependent, but you do find yourself slowly becoming more vigilant because I think your mind, for better or worse, is geared to think anecdotally. So when you're around dangerous situations consistently, your mind is more and more geared to detect danger and to scan for it.
You're an impressive guy, Spencer Kuba, because you know, just coming up on 2 years, and you're a law enforcement official of the month, and you've impressed the Urbana Police Department. I mean, is there outside recruiting that happens in policing? Would somebody come and headhunt you and say, "Why don't you join our force?" I mean, does that happen in your work?
I mean, right now it's definitely an employee market in policing
right.
because it's not a popular job to get into. It's it's not seen in a good light, and it's seen for all its tough areas. So I definitely, when I was applying, I was headhunted by a lot of people, and still when I see lieutenants in the area that I've interviewed with or applied to, they'll be like, "Are you sure you want to stay there?
You're always looking for good people."
Well, and with a master's degree from criminal justice sciences at the ISU, go Redbirds, and plus sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Ja, gerne.
Ich spreche Deutsch.
Du kannst auch sprechen, oder?
Wann stehst du auf? Ich stehe 7 Uhr auf. Wann gehst du nicht? I know 4 lines.
Yes.
my number one German line is "Ich weiß nicht." I don't know.
You don't know?
Right.
I'm not on anything. But, so how are you fluent in German?
I was born in Germany, so my father is only German, only a German citizen,
Wow.
never lived outside of Germany. He had a friend who worked for an international corporation who married a friend of my mother in America. So my mother, who's only American, they met at the wedding.
Wow.
Had a 90s love letter romance, and then
Nice.
she moved to Germany. And
What city?
married Hamburg.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Green City.
I had an exchange student from Hamburg that lived with us for 6 or 8 months.
Very
and
cool.
Went over there and visited her. It's a wonderful country.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody speak German in Champaign-Urbana that you found?
Nope. Only people were in my German class, honestly.
So how do you stay good? It's like you have to practice
To
it.
be honest, I don't stay good anymore.
Well,
I haven't
yeah.
been practicing because my family in Germany can speak pretty much perfect English.
I see.
So they learn from kindergarten on, and I thought, should I practice it? I'm like, I only run into it like once or twice a year. It's not motivating enough
That's
to
right.
practice.
You know what you could be if you wanted to be? You could be in politics. Because you're a likable guy. You really, you can see the genuineness you have, and whatever you're doing with the police is awesome. But you're a very a likable person that is easy to talk to. And in policing, you're dealing with stressful deals, and when they hear how common sense you sound, it probably really, really helps the situation.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, a lot of my policing is just walking around and talking to people that have problems and we have frequent contacts with outside of a call, and just talking to them about our day and what we like, because then it humanizes us more, makes us less enemies. And I've just seen policing is a lot of a psychological battle in an area. So one who has control of the area and one who are the good guys in the area. So
That makes a big difference, Spencer, having those positive interactions with, in your neighborhood or on your beat with the residents and children. I mean, you're making a difference. Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate what you're doing. This is the intent of this, too, is to say, hey, he sounds like a nice guy. Well, they are.
Yeah.
You are a nice guy.
I mean, it's like way less than 1% of police officers are bad people or who you see on the news, right? So that's what I wrote my master's thesis on, is the
way less than
misperceptions of
1%.
Way less than 1%.
That's unbelievable. It really is. So 99.9 or whatever it is are people out there truly trying to help people.
And that's just people generally, right?
Yeah.
So for policing, you have to go through very, and rightfully so, rigorous background checks, and it's a really hard interview process. So even just people in general without an interview process walking the street, like it's 1% of people that are bad people, So.
Spencer Kuba, Kube, German. Thank you for coming out, and congratulations on this honor. And congratulations. I think you're a star. I think you're big time, and I think you're going to do great things for whatever you're going to do. If you're going to be a police chief someday or whatever you want to do, you're going to be there. You're very, very good, and we appreciate learning more about you. And family, it's just, what do you have
your family supportive of your
they say,
career
what are you
choice?
doing? Why are you doing?
My family's mostly really proud of it,
That's
actually.
awesome. Okay, awesome. That's important, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
Have
having
that support.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, listen, rooting for you. Stay safe. But thank you
sir.
for visiting us today, and thank you for what you do.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
It's Spencer Kuba. He's our law enforcement official of the month from the Urbana Police Department. Just trying to help people, not their best day.
And hoo-ha, a Marine. Thanks for your service.
Is that what we say? Hoo-ha?
Hoo-ha.
It's oorah.
Hoorah. Okay, thank you.
Hoorah. Well, Marines are, one of my good friends in life is Paul Lewis, former hostage in Iran for 444 days.
Oh, wow.
He was a Marine that arrived the night before. They stormed the embassy in 1979. And they had him handcuffed for 45 days because he was rough. I saw him in a documentary sitting in the corner with handcuffs on. I said, John, I wouldn't mess with you, Paul. You look mean. Yeah. Criminy. He has little scars on his wrist, but that's a Marine, baby.
Oh, that's
tough.
That's the guy with stories.
God bless our Marines.
Yeah,
250 years coming up.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Spencer Kuba, law enforcement official of the month, Urbana Police Department. We appreciate him coming here. We please all law enforcement and first responders. We love you all and appreciate it so much, what you do. Keep us safe and
Thanks
protect
from the
us.
team at Stevie J Broadcasting.
ESPN 93.5. It is 8:19.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Barron says a partial government shutdown could pause Wall Street's rally. If it happens, it'll include a delay in the release of the monthly employment report scheduled for Friday. United Natural Foods, the major food distributor for Whole Foods, lost money in the recent quarter. It was hit by a cyber attack in the period. United Natural also supplies Walmart and other grocery operations. It had $15 million worth of costs associated with the cyber attack. The Rhode Island-based business says it's now looking ahead and expects upbeat earnings for the year. Spotify's founder Daniel Ek plans to step down from the CEO job and become executive chairman. Later this morning, the job openings and labor turnover report for the last business day of August is released. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network.
I'm Janice Dean, Fox News senior meteorologist and host of the Janice Dean podcast. Join me every Sunday as I focus on stories of hope and people who are truly rays of sunshine in their community and across the world. Be sure to subscribe to the Janice Dean podcast at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And don't forget to spread the sunshine.
America's listening to Fox News.
Hi, this is Kevin Rogers, president of the Philo Exchange Bank. Our bank's been through the ups and downs of the local agricultural community since 1883. With over 147 years of combined lending experience, let our local ag lenders work with you and help your farming operations succeed. Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group, thanks for coming into our studio and discussing the experience about buying your first home. What are the first steps you should take, and how can your team help at Nate Evans Group?
Yeah, I mean, buying your first home can be super scary. Maybe not even scary is the right word. There's just a lot of unknown. So I think the important item for somebody to find is clarity on what that looks like. So if I was a first-time home buyer, I'm probably calling the Nate Evans Group, and I'm going to ask to speak with one of the local experts in there that's specific to the area they're trying to search. And we're going to sit down with them. We can keep it super easy. We usually do it over the phone first, and then we can do an in-person meeting at a house that they choose or they like. And we'll talk them through next steps, pre-approvals, refining criteria, and then next thing you know, we're finding houses off market for them that don't exist, because that seems to be a challenge for a lot of buyers right now.
Call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home. It's Nate Evans at 217-239-7113. Do an online search to Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Let your local Farmers Insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Jesse with Land's Drain Cleaning. Do you have your sewer line cleaned every year? Are you constantly getting roots or blockages? Why deal with that headache year after year? Call Land's Drain Cleaning today at 217-355-5512 to have our expert staff come out, clean your line. We give you a free camera inspection, show you what's wrong, where it's at, and then we can offer you a repair for that problem so you don't have to deal with it again. Land's Drain Cleaning. Why call anyone else?
Well, you can be a hero in the eyes of Cunningham kids. Coming up Saturday, 9 a.m., Cunningham campus in Urbana. You can be part of that 5K. Ginger has joined Ginger Mills, who'll probably run in the race and probably win, but that's okay.
Oh, well, I'm not sure about that, but I will be bringing my A game and all my fun energy.
Very good. And even some capes being handed out, Ginger, that makes it extra festive.
Yep. It's this is our 5th annual Be a Hero 5K. It's a run, it's a walk, it's very family friendly, and you're right, we're having it on our campus. We have, a beautiful 30-acre campus, so we were able to put together a 1-mile route that we're going to go around 3.1 miles. And it's only $30 to register, but you can become a superhero if you decide to fundraise at least $100. And then you get the blue cape to wear, and I have been told that the blue cape does make you go faster.
Yeah.
And it also allows us to give all blue capes to the Cunningham kids who are participating in the race. So it's a fun morning.
Who's your favorite superhero, Ginger?
Wonder Woman.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she was good.
And you'll see some Wonder Women.
Yes,
in the
we
5K.
will. Yes, we see lots of Wonder Women, some Batman, some superheroes.
Yeah.
Last year, Captain Avenger showed up.
Yeah, Batman was always a little dark. I like the Adam West and the old show, but I'm kind of a Superman guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so keep that kryptonite away, please.
Well, and if you have a pajama onesie or something, Stevie, just come on out in it on 9 a.m.
That's about what I belong in, a pajama onesie. That's really perfect for me.
Exactly.
Because I like jammies.
Let's talk about Cunningham Children's Home. How long have you been with the organization, Ginger?
Well, I just celebrated 10 years.
Wow,
nice.
Yes. Congratulations.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, I can't believe
But Cunningham, here's another fun fact. In October, we celebrate 130 years of being in this community. So we started as an orphanage. We transitioned to a children's home. We still have children who live here year-round, but now we have 3 special education schools and a whole range of community-based programs. And so it's just neat to be a part of something where we are helping so many youth and families who are experiencing difficult life situations.
All funds raised through the Be a Hero 5K will help to meet the critical needs of the 977 youth, individuals, and families served by Cunningham for over 130 years at facilities there. And you guys have some old things, but they're all good shape, and you've been adding to and making it good for the people. And then I bet it's a real point of satisfaction for all of you good people when you see somebody out there after Cunningham that has succeeded.
Oh, my gosh. I have to tell you, I picked up pizza at Domino's in Savoy last night, and he's handing this pizza to me with a big smile, and he goes, "You look familiar to me." And I said, "What's your name?" And he told me his name, and I said, I know. I said, "I work at Cunningham." And he goes, "Oh, that's right." He turned 21 on August 7th, and that means he doesn't receive Cunningham services anymore. He was in our boys group home.
Awesome.
He has an apartment. He has a job.
Awesome.
He is loving his independent life. And that's what we really want. Success looks different for every kid who comes into our care. But, when they leave Cunningham and they can, move on to their own aspirations and do a really good job of that, it does feel good. And I took his photo, and I said, "Who do you want me to say hi to?" And so, of course, he named off 3 or 4 people in the boys' group home. So after I get off this call with you, I'm going to let all those fine folks know that this young man is doing really, really well.
So excited to hear that, Ginger. Thank you for sharing that. Well, now, how do people get involved in this run on Saturday? What would they do?
Easiest thing, go to cunningham.org. Halfway down the page, it says our next event, and there's a link for Be a Hero, and you can register on that link. So just go to cunningham.org, and you can choose to walk, you can choose to run. We'll have a DJ at the start line. We have a whole bunch of U of I students who are going to be cheering you on along the entire race route. The women's gymnastics team is going to be here.
Awesome.
Everyone at the end gets a donut from Royal Donut. And Orange Theory Fitness is going to be here handing out some swag and some Gatorade. So it's going to be a great morning.
Hey, listen, Ginger, thanks for joining us. Thanks for all Cunningham Children's Home does. We really appreciate you, and we hope this race goes wonderfully well and you raise a lot of money.
Good job, Ginger.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Partner with the team whose roots run deep. Busey Ag Services and Farm Brokerage will help you maximize the yield on your investment. Strength of Busey Ag Services and Farm Brokerage is in their numbers. Financing agricultural needs for about 150 years. 100,000 acres or so under their management. 9 licensed real estate brokers, 2 state-certified general real estate appraisers. Helps you understand the relationship of your farm to the marketplace. Full range of products and services as well. Farm management, rural appraisals, agricultural consults. Busey provides lending solutions. Busey understands you and your operation. They serve small farms, large commercial farms, and even agribusinesses. Put your trust in the experienced team at Busey for your ag services, farm management, agricultural needs. If you call them at 800-67-BUSEY, go to Busey.com to maximize the yield on your investment. Or just go to Busey.com. Member FDIC. The news coming up. It's 8:30.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Therese Crowley. Federal government shutdown in effect with services disrupted. Only 3 Democrats voted with Republicans to pass a clean government funding resolution. Vice President J.D. Vance tells Fox the bottom line.
The far left faction of Senate Democrats shut down the government because we wouldn't give them hundreds of billions of dollars for health care benefits for illegal aliens.
Says they will negotiate health funding only after Democrats reopen the government. Fox's Chris Foster.
Mail, Social Security checks, and student loan bills are still being delivered. Airports are running. Those workers are considered essential and are expected to show up unpaid for now. The Interior Department's keeping national park roads and open-air memorials open during the shutdown.
President Trump signed a directive for AI Health Mission Number 1 to bring an end to childhood cancer. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. This year's archery deer season set to start this week. The season runs through January 18 in counties with no firearm deer season, including Cook, DuPage Lake, and east of Illinois Route 47 in Kane County. A bird ban in place in Coles and Iroquois counties. The bans were issued due to growing drought conditions. Residents should refrain from burning landscape and yard, water, agricultural waste, household trash, and garbage. Coles County's ban will remain in effect until significant rainfall takes place. Resolution's been introduced to declare September 12th as the Day of the Bible in Illinois. It would encourage schools, civic institutions, churches, and community organizations throughout the state to observe this day with appropriate educational, historical, and cultural programs and activities that highlight the Bible's significance in the past, present, and future of our state and our nation. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out game against Ohio State. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football against Ohio State. From Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Cunningham Children's Home Be a Hero 5K is coming up on Saturday, October 4th at 9 a.m. at 1301 North Cunningham Avenue in Urbana. Open to runners and walkers of all skill levels, the 5K is a perfect event for families and friends. Participants who earn superhero status by fundraising at least $100 are given a special superhero cape they can choose to wear during the race. Registration is $30 per person. To register, sponsor, or volunteer for the Be a Hero 5K, visit cunningham.org.
Jay Lehman here, former U of I All-American linebacker. Do you like steak? Do you like red meat? Well, if you do, you got to check out Long Branch Steakhouse. They had phenomenal steaks, sides, salads. I love the onion rings and the fried mushrooms as well as the fried pickles. You've got to check out Long Branch Steakhouse in beautiful downtown Gifford. That's right, make the trip to Gifford for some of the best steaks you'll have. Kids love it too. I brought my whole family. I'll see you at Long Branch Steakhouse in downtown Gifford.
All right, our
As
weather.
a matter of fact, talking with Donnie about the Christmas party.
If you want to get into the Christmas party, you need to get hold of Donnie at Long Branch. It's a fabulous place. He'll close the whole restaurant
Yeah,
for
let
you.
your company take over Sunday through Tuesday.
56, even regular days.
Oh, really?
It's 56 people.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how many seats they have.
Let's go.
Let's get hold of Long Branch. We're going there again for our Christmas party. Weather brought to you this morning by Busey for over 157 years. Member FDIC.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. Welcome to the new month of October. Little change to weather, though, over the next 7 to 10 days with mid to late summertime. Once the feel of the same expected across the area. Not much going on in the gauge here as well. Looks to be generally a mild and drier month of October. Some ups and downs the middle part of the month, and maybe a bit of moisture there, but we will continue with significant moisture deficits going forward here through October. Probably no big improvement till later on into the month of November. 85 for the day-to-day, more or less the feel of a July or August one as opposed to October one. Sunshine, light east wind, a few high mid-level clouds, partly cloudy tonight, 55, partly sunny, 84 tomorrow, 88 on Friday, and into the upper 80s on Saturday. Lots of sunshine, bit of a southeast wind. Humidity will climb a bit, middle 80s for Sunday and Monday. Could see a couple of rain showers Tuesday, and we're cooling back into the 70s next Wednesday and Thursday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solje.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign, Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Check out the Urbana Market at the Square, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine through October 30th. Get tasty sweet corn, melons, peaches, produce, and squash. There's so many local farmers with vegetables fresh from their gardens. Unique soap vendors with lovely scents, plus flowers and honey. Enjoy Food Truck Row as you fuel up for a great Saturday morning in downtown Urbana. Saturdays from 7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine. For more details, visit urbanamarket.org.
Join Salt and Light Thursday, October 23rd for our first annual Masquerade Ball. This year's theme is Cirque du Soleil and has everything from fire performers and aerialists to stilt walkers and contortionists, live music, and so much more. For one magical night, we'll stand together to change lives and transform our community with great food and drinks, music, whimsical entertainment, and a live and silent auction. Visit www.saltandlightministry.org and click the Masquerade tab for all the info.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Canelo Luga, linebacker and special teams specialist.
KO, that's a lot of skill sets.
What's your point?
Well, kickers kick, guards block, receivers catch.
Is there a point coming?
Well, yeah, you have to cover running backs, quarterbacks, tight ends, kickoff and punt returners, even loose balls.
So you want to know how I'm a specialist? Simple. My job is to put the guy with the ball firmly on the ground. I specialize in firmly.
So Sony specializes in video processing. They have the skills to make any panel deliver a better picture. Better as in more color, smoother motion handling, higher contrast, everything that makes sports on TV look real. From Sony cameras and mics used on the field to showing the game in your home like you have sideline tickets.
Well, we still want you to come see us at the stadium.
Oh, heck yeah. Live football's the best, but Sony is firmly in second.
Well, tell me what I need to know about Dedicated Diesel and Dixie Chopper, buddy.
Well, Dedicated Diesel, the safety line is open from 8 to 4 every day. If farmers need to get their trailers or their grain trucks inspected to be compliant with state law, they need to come through. No appointment necessary, but we stop accepting people at 4 o'clock so that they can get those inspections done by 4:30 and all the paperwork done and close up on time. But that is a requirement in the state of Illinois, and we're open to do that. Plus, of course, the Dixie Choppers are there for sale. Stop by and see Andy at 1313 Triumph Drive. Take a look at those. Get the best deal you'll ever get on a quality industrial, commercial, or residential lawnmower.
Awesome.
It's fast.
Yeah, and fast as ever. Hey, so how can I reach you, Tim Onstadt?
They can call me at 765-793-7131 and extension 4. They can get me on email at timo@gftlog.com.
All right, ESPN 93.5, winding down our program here on this first day of October 2025. Okay, so a texter?
Oh, yeah.
217-359-2255.
3 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know. It's a long time ago. Sorry, last month.
Stephen, it says...
We were talking about the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, speaking to all the people, the brass, the upper brass, the admirals, the big shots.
Yeah, military meeting yesterday, and being fit.
Yep.
And so Stephen's reaction: haven't you covered recently? The military recruitment efforts are extremely low. They aren't getting service people because their qualifications are too much for today's people. Yes, that means we're weaker, but the carrot is not there.
Well, apparently things have changed since November 5th. They are now reporting over 100% occupancy for recruitment. We're now full. Army has gone far over 100%. So that has not been a problem. There has been a change of, okay, I want to be part of this since the election. That's just fact. So Pete Hegseth reported that we're full up 3 months early for this year.
Wow.
So our military is, from the recruitment standpoint, and now the standards. You got to do X, Y, Z. You can't have a beard. You're not having any hair. I mean, we're not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're cleaning the thing up from the standpoint of, let me be me. I mean, you can't understand that if I send you into that cave and there's an explosive, I got to send you into that cave. You can't say, I choose not to go. I know my rights. This isn't that. This is you follow orders. You have to follow the chain of command. You have chaos. So this just got stricter. And why in the world that the virus that is called woke would think that you have to hire an Hispanic, a black person, an Asian? What is up? If you're conducting a symphony and you have to get one from everything, can they play the violin?
I heard somebody mentioning NBA basketball team. Imagine trying to, get the certain percentages of a diverse team.
Well, it would be interesting, wouldn't it? Don't pass it to that guy. He can't touch the ball because he can't dribble. No, listen, in the symphony example, you have to be the best at your instrument. It doesn't matter if it's an all Asian, all black, all whatever. Don't you think that it's better to be good at what you are versus who you are?
Right.
Why would you judge it by color or ethnicity? Judge it by excellence. Judge it by how good you are at something. It doesn't make any sense. You have to talk to me, we should look like America. No, you look like whatever it is that are really good at it. And if it's only one person, maybe it's all Hispanic people. I don't care as long as they're the best, right?
I feel bad for employers that have had to pass up on someone who was totally qualified and could have been a great fit for their company.
Yeah.
But they had to plug in a certain ethnic person.
Ketanji Jackson, a Supreme Court justice. What did Joe Biden say when there was an vacancy?
Yeah.
I'm going to hire a black woman.
Right.
It's
like I would feel bad if I was that person, because it's like, gee,
I got it because of they had to fill a quota.
That's right.
What is that about? Maybe there was a fantastic Hispanic person that was smarter than Kajaji Jack. I mean, I don't understand that. I will never understand that. One day, my 4 young children will be judged by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. Give me excellence, and then I don't. I mean, America is this. What was it called? Melting pot?
Yes.
I don't care who you are. You're an American. I don't think you should be a black American, African American. I think you should be an American. We're all Americans.
But Steven's right. He's probably been with the show for a while, since we've been together 15 years, Stevie. I feel like we were talking about a chapter inside the last few years.
It was,
about
totally.
The fit camp for fat people who wanted to be in the military.
Wow.
And they would send them to a pre-training kind of thing.
No, you're right. We talked about
because the numbers
that.
were low.
Well, not anymore.
Right.
Thank you, November 5.
It's great when hard work and experience are recognized. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. I am thrilled to share that Fisher National has been ranked 7th in the nation as a top lender in mortgage loans among banks with asset size of $300 million to $1 billion by our National Banking Association. This recognition is a testament to our lending team's dedication and expertise. After all, better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. If you're in the market for a new home or considering refinancing your existing home, let our team at Fisher National Bank earn your business and trust. We offer competitive rates with low closing costs, and we locally service almost all of our loans. Come see us with all your home mortgage needs and experience the top-notch service that has earned us national recognition. Learn more at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today.
Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world, called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
All right.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Let's go sports headlines.
Well, the Cubs beat the Padres 3-1. From Wrigley, it's a 2:08 start again for Game 2. Let's hope they can button it up for the wild card as you listen in on US 105.9. Detroit over Cleveland, Boston Red Sox over the Yankees, and the Dodgers over Cincinnati. Those games continue into today. We also have softball and Danville Area Community College at 7 o'clock today. Getting ready for Illinois and Purdue over in West Lafayette. That's 11 a.m. kickoff on Saturday. And congratulations, University of Illinois men's golf team, ranked 12th nationally, securing its first team victory of the season at the Wyndham Memorial Classic. That's sports. I'm Diane Ducey.
Habitat for Humanity provides a unique opportunity for hardworking people and families to build their own homes.
Clear out the clutter and make a difference by donating to the Habitat for Humanity of Champaign County Restore. Your gently used furniture, appliances, and home goods help build homes, community, and hope right here in Champaign County. Drop off donations behind the Champaign County Restore at 1914 Glen Park Drive or schedule a free pickup for qualifying items. Visit cuhabitat.org or call 359-0507. Your clutter changes lives. Donate today.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana this Saturday, and another spell of extended mid to late summertime warmth yesterday continues on for the rest of the week, into the weekend through mid next week as well. Some inkling of a shower chance early next week as well as we turn modestly cooler around here, maybe approaching the mid-stretch of the month of October. A little more realistic temperature pattern that'll keep us down into the 60s, but overall it looks to be kind of a mild, generally drier month as well, so no need to rush or panic with outdoor work and harvest in mind. Mostly sunny, 85 today, light east wind, a bit gusty in open areas for the day today, partly cloudy, 55 for tonight, partly sunny tomorrow, and 84, and a light southeast wind, normal high this time of the year, about 72, 73. We're back to 88 with sunshine and midsummer feel on Friday and Saturday, middle 80s Sunday and Monday, maybe a couple of showers in here for Tuesday, back into dry time next Wednesday, Thursday, and a little bit cooler, daytime readings in the 70s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Hey Illini fans, you love this so much. Jets Pizza is continuing to offer a 2-topping large Jets Pizza for just $14.99. Use code JETS101. Select your favorite crust style, crust flavoring, and toppings. Mama Jet Special Sauce seals the deal. Get a 2-topping large Jets Pizza for just $14.99. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza.
Why visit Freedom Roofing for your roof repair or replacement? Just listen to what satisfied customers are saying.
Freedom Roofing was quick to respond, reasonably priced, and their quality was excellent.
They found an immediate issue, patched it on the spot, and later replaced our entire roof. We couldn't be happier.
For local, trusted roofing done right, visit freedomchampaign.com or call 217-393-6000 today.
Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians, I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com. Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to see the Fighting Illini sold-out game against Ohio State. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison, Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more.
Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football against Ohio State with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Remember how you felt Monday after Indiana?
Yeah.
And now how we feel Monday after USC.
Yes.
It's just there's a spring in the step of Champaign-Urbana. Mm-hmm. And it just is so much more fun. Mm-hmm. And the fact that we are coming up on the halfway point of the season Saturday. Illinois-Purdue, 11 a.m. It's in West Lafayette. They'll have people screaming in our ear and all that. I don't think they'll sell out at all because they're not very good. But wouldn't that make their season if they beat Illinois?
I know.
So we got to go and do what we always do, and that's
the Boilermakers.
Respect everyone, fear none. That's what Brett Bielema says about their opponents.
Yep.
But don't look ahead to Ohio State. Don't look ahead to Washington. We get a week off after Ohio State. Last year when we beat Michigan, we had to go straight to Oregon, and that wasn't very good. I was hugging people Thursday. We beat. And then an Oregon game was over in like 10 minutes. Yeah. It was like, oh my gosh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, so what we do is just go take care of business. We are a better football team, but you got to go with intensity. Don't be thinking anything about USC. That was last Saturday. And go beat Purdue. We're better than they are. Let's put it on them until they recover because they're going to rebuild. They're going to be good again. Mm-hmm. So let's try and take advantage. Last year was 50-49, and they went for 2, and we were all like, they're trying to beat me here. It was the 3-yard line, and we sacked the quarterback. Rosiak went in and sacked the quarterback.
Oh, thank goodness.
Again. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow. John Decker at 7:30, one of our big guests tomorrow.
Yes, I love that.
Thank you, Diane.
Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J. Thank you for listening. We'll meet on the radio, God willing, tomorrow at 7 a.m. Have a great Wednesday.
We're back. Today's topic, home appliances. Our guest is Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hey, Chris.
Caller, go ahead.
Yo, hey, I messed up.
Uh-oh.
I'm appliance shopping at a big box store. Can't seem to find anyone to help me. What do I do?
I get this one a lot. You actually may not find anyone.
What can be done?
Well, at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, one of our trained, low-pressure sales associates will greet you when you come in and be ready to find you the best deal on an appliance.
Great. I still don't see anyone here. Hello.
He's off the grid, Paul.
We'll get him the help he needs. Let's take another call.
You're on with Paul from Dick Van Dyke.
My oven is only a few years old and already needs a repair. I bought it from a store that said they have service. I haven't seen a repairman yet, and it's been 2 weeks.
Oh, this is a bad one. Ma'am, lots of stores claim to have repair service, but if they can't get to you in 2 days or less, that's not service at all. We'll get a factory-trained technician out to you right away.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Kick off football season like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circus Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be. With high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field. But with Circus Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Illini Volleyball is on the air.
Hey Illini fans, it's head coach Chris Thomas with Fighting Illini Volleyball. This year we celebrate the 100th anniversary of historic Huff Hall, and I want you to join us for the Party at Huff all season long as we honor a century of incredible moments and build the future of Illinois volleyball together. The energy, the fans, the tradition, you don't want to miss it. Get your tickets now at fightingillini.com. Let's pack Huff and keep the celebration going. ILL.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone on why integrity is important at Sarah.
We hire the person. The person makes the deal. The person makes the department. The person makes everyone around them treat people with courtesy and respect. If you have a quality human being, you can play any position, right? We're talking about sports. They can perform in any department, and I could teach someone a job, but I can't teach them to be a good person.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
Hey, Illini fans, you love this so much. Jets Pizza is continuing to offer a 2-topping large Jets Pizza for just $14.99. Use code JETS101. Select your favorite crust style, crust flavoring, and toppings. Mama Jet's special sauce seals the deal. Get a 2-topping large Jets Pizza for just $14.99. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Sour apple. There are 17 bold flavors waiting for you to discover. Pick one up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.